Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Youthnormality. If you're new, if you're old, if you're a regular, if you're a newbie, as we call you, welcome to midweek lesson. And the question I get over and over and over again always deals with my young guys, my young princes, as I call them, my princes in training to be kings. They have this overwhelming desire or conversation with themselves and with others. And the problem they seem to be having in their relationship is the reality that those relationships are having difficulty prospering and manifesting themselves because their financial situation is, for lack of better words, depleted. And they have this desire to want to be with a woman. They have this desire to want to be in a serious relationship. A lot of times they don't even realize the psychology behind it. This deep desire for intimacy. They don't realize how all of the stuff that we're going through right now is implemented and is injected into the way they're feeling, and it's strange, and they don't understand it because no one has explained to them how this thing that we're living in called a pandemic is actually, for the first time in modern history, has got people out of their I'm this and I'm that, I don't need this and I don't need that. It has forced people to be in a space where they're admitting to themselves that loneliness is real. And the worst part of being lonely is being lonely in this situation where the loneliness is accompanied with total isolation. So in essence, what they don't realize they're doing is they're trying to feed the soul's need for human compassion or companionship. There's been numerous and uncanny amount of studies done to show how human beings are not supposed to be without, and even in times of chastisement, the government and the state and our jail systems and our institutions implement total isolation as a punishment because they are aware of the fact that the human body, the human soul, needs interaction with other human beings. And sometimes that interaction, because it doesn't have any nourishment in it, intimacy for a reason, for a word that can be put there to cause understanding. Because it doesn't have intimacy, they seek out multiple interactions with human beings to try to fill the void that only intimacy can fill. So they have these grand gestures or these grand ideas that the more women I have, or the more relationships or women I can possess, the greater fulfillment I will have in that empty space that I feel in my life. COVID-19 got everything to do with it. I guarantee you, if this was not a COVID-19 year, if this wasn't a time of total forced isolation, that people would be seen to be things of convenience. I can deal with this person when I feel like it. I can deal with my family when I feel like it. I got a day off. Let me just spend some time and have some fun. But when my day off is over, I'm going right back to work and focus on me and my life, and I ain't really got time for no one else. And it's like you ran into them situations where the person says things like, I want to be with someone, but no one understands my schedule. When in reality, you make time for anything else you want to do. You make time for your haircut appointment. You make time for your nail salon appointment. You make time for all of these other things, but for some strange reason, a person needs to be like grateful that you put aside some time so they can be blessed with your presence. Whatever. But because of this coronavirus and the forced isolation, like, you ain't got no choice. You gonna be isolated, or you gonna be in danger, or something's gonna happen to where as though you gonna have a consequence behind you running around trying to be with all of these different people and going to all these different events and partying with all these different venues. You gotta be with somebody that's in an intimate relationship, because it gives you the satisfaction of realizing that I am with somebody who I feel safe with, first of all, and second of all, I know that they might not have what people have because they are in my presence the majority of the time. So even young people are submitting questions to me, like, as far as what can I do? What am I doing wrong? How can I make it? She be wanting to do stuff, and right now I just got out of jail. I'm in placement. I don't have no family to fall back on. I have nobody to even call to get soap or shampoo in these facilities. It's like, how can I possibly be with a woman who's talking about going out a date, and they talking about going to Fridays, and we ain't even old enough to buy drinks, and they want all of this stuff. They want pocketbooks and sneakers. And first of all, slow down, Key Wasabi. Slow down. And in part 2, we will discuss why money is such a critical ingredients in relationships, and why it's okay just to have random relationships. Yes, I said it. It's okay to have random relationships, meaning spot up. You know how they have spot up businesses which just pop up, and there's no like foundation or goals. It's just something that pops up, and it's like an experimental thing. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I would explain to you why those things are tools that should be, and most likely will have success as far as having reach your goal for companionship or relief or filling the void. Tune in to part 2, Decopbo 1.